Bob Salafi. And the Wooden Memory Star 1 from Sugar Grove, Pennsylvania, that's Chubb Frank. 10 laps, first qualifying heat for the Wolf's Head late models. But now in the T8, Wilson in the 8, bring the field into turn 4, and the green is out. Quickly into turn 1. Mark Banal takes the lead. Flinner is second. Baker runs third. Bob Mosky with a problem right off the bat in car 33. Slows and heads to the inside of the racetrack for the pits down the back straightaway. Banal leads. Flinner second. Baker third. Wilson runs fourth. Curry is fifth. And it's Salafi and Frank as they head off to turn 4. Mark Banal, your leader down the back straightaway. The Mountwood Racing Engines Mag Shop T8. John Flinner still second, Steve Baker third. The race is for fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh in turn 4. Wilson in the 8, Salafi in the 3, Frank in the Star 1, and Curry in the Coors 1. Going at it in turns 1 and 2. Chubb Frank on the inside, now underneath Bob Salafi. Salafi battles back on the outside, down the back straightaway. They're bunched together with Wilson. They'll go inside and outside in turn 3, 3 wide for fourth. And Salafi makes it work on the top of the racetrack. The Bedford Bullet moves to fourth. Chubb Frank comes to fifth in the Star 1. Mark Banal continues to lead. John Flinner second, Steve Baker third. Salafi fourth, Frank runs fifth. Then it's Wilson, Curry, and Ben Bellich. 6 laps remaining, 6 to go. Banal now opening up some daylight. And the Mag Shop Mountwood Racing Engines T8. Flinner still second, Baker third. Salafi fourth, and Frank runs fifth. Flinner up high in turn 4, the halfway point. Flinner drops to third as he pushed high in turn 4. Baker now second in car number 84. Ben Bellich pitting in car 48. Ben Bellich in the pits in car 48. Mark Banal turned that last lap at 20.3 seconds. That's 97.537 miles per hour. Baker second, Flinner third, Salafi fourth, and Frank runs fifth. Second, heating up again, 84 Steve Baker, the Phil Lucon Rev Fab 84, trying to hold off the D&T Automotive, H.E. Ullman Concrete Contractors, D11 of John Flinner. 2 laps to go for your leader, Mark Banal. Flinner to the inside of Baker as they head into turn 1. 2 Rockets waging a battle. Baker holds him off in 1 and 2. Salafi and Chubb Frank are also moving in on Baker and Flinner. 4th and 5th closing in on 2nd and 3rd. The white flag waving for your leader, Mark Banal. Mountwood Racing Engines, Mag Shop T8 from Dillonville, Ohio. Taking your first heat race for the Wolf's Head late models is Mark Banal. Second is Steve Baker. John Flinner third. Bob Salafi fourth, and Chubb Frank completes the top 5. Then Dennis Curry, and then Craig Wilson. Mark Banal, the winner in the T8. Wolf's Head late model opening heat race. Second, the 84 in the 10 is Tom Copeland. The Southwest Auto Parts Wolf's Den Tanning 17 from Renfrew is Bob Waring Jr. And from Millersburg, Ohio in car 72, it's Race and John Mason. The qualifying heats for the Wolf's Head late models. Ed Faree in the number 4. Lynn Geisler in the 1C, your front row. Off of turn number 4 they come. No, says our flagman, Smokey Shemp. No green that time. Bring the field up to speed another time. Bradish in the 5, Jones in the 09. pair of twos in row 3. Inside is Mike Johnson, outside the W2 of Mike Westfall. Then it's Tom Copeland, the 10, the 17 of Bob Waring Jr., and the 72 of Racing John Mason for Ian Geisler at crawl space. And now the green is out as they come off of turn number 4. It's the way they all should start, exiting turn 4. Ferree grabs the early lead. Bradish and Geisler running hard for second. Off of turn number 4, it's still at Ferree. Geisler second, Bradish third. The race for fourth, Mike Johnson and Nick Jones. Johnson in the 2, moving into 4. Jones in the 09 runs 5th. And it's Mike Westfall in the W2, Bob Waring Jr. the 17, Racing John Mason the 72. Waring on the outside. Tries to move around the W2, Mike Westfall. Back in the middle of the pack, things bunched up. In front 3 have taken off. Ed Ferree in car 4, Lynn Geisler's 1C, the 5 of Lou Bradish, then the 2 of Mike Johnson, then Mike Westfall in the W2, John Mason the 72, Nick Jones the 09, and Bob Waring Jr. in the 17. In the pits 10, Tom Copeland. Tom Copeland pitting in car 10. Racing Supply, cars in credit for WRC chassis, leading the number 1 Cochrane Automotive 1C of Lynn Geisler. Geisler challenging Ferree for the lead off of turn 2. Bradish running a tight third. Here comes Geisler to the inside. Ferree's car seems to be a little loose through the corners. Geisler draws alongside at the halfway point, 5 to go. Side by side in 2. Geisler blows by on the bottom. Lynn Geisler takes the lead off of turn 2. Go! Ferree hits the wall in car 4. Ferree hits the wall in the 4. Jones slowing and the yellow is out. Nick Jones in the 09 slows on top of the racetrack, exiting turn 2 to bring out the caution. Ed Ferree got a little on the 09. Jones burned a piston in car 09. That's the report we get from Don Gamble. We're back to green with 4 laps to go. Geisler brings them off at turn 4, your leader. Bradish second. Johnson moves to third. Ferree continues to have problems in car 4. And Ferree's car getting looser and looser as the race goes on. You can see it really turning sideways through the corners. It was fast to start, but it slowed down considerably. May have done something to it as well when he brushed the wall. Bradish second. J.I. trying to chase Lynn Geisler. Mike Johnson in third. Mason fourth. Westfall runs 5th. Remaining in our second qualifying heat for the Wolf's Head late models. Good race for third now. The 2 of Mike Johnson being pressured by the 72 of Racing John Mason. Mason underneath him in turn 4. Here they come off the 4th turn. Geisler takes the white flag. The number 1 Cochrane Automotive. Malia Oil. Culverts Incorporated 1C, your leader. Again, the race for third tightening up. John Mason in car 72 on the inside of the 2 of Mike Johnson. Off of turn 4, checkered flag is waving for Lynn Geisler. Second to Lou Bradish. Johnson will hold out Mason for third, and Mike Westfall will take 5th. The number 1 Interiors Old Allegheny Shop 99 tonight being driven by Tim Hitt from Weston, West Virginia. Outside on winner last Saturday, the Medical Alert M1 from Strasburg, Ohio, B.A. Malquit. Row 2, the Morse Trucking Harry's Unical 00, the Georgetown General Kip Moore. And the Trackside Magazine 49. From Russell, Pennsylvania, Brian Ruhlman. From New Alexandria and the Jules Machine Johns Towing 48 tonight is Davey Johnson. In the Medical Center Brace Service 5 from McKees Rocks, Marks Petrucci. In the 12, we've got Greg Sismar. And in 34 from Allison Park, Bobby Burgess. Hitt and Malquit bring them off the fourth turn. The green is out. As they roll into turn one. Into the 99, Malquit the M1, Moore the 00, Johnson the 48 down the back straightaway. Davey Johnson in car 48 underneath Kip Moore in the 00, trying to take third. He does in turn one. Down the back straightaway, still hit in the 99, leading. The M1 of Malquit second, 48 Johnson third. Moore fourth, Ruhlman runs fifth. Malquit high in turn one in the M1. Johnson moves the 48 into second down the back straightaway now. Still leading the 99 of Tim Hitt. Turning that last lap at 20.68. Mark Petrucci with blue smoke behind the 5 of he slows down. Mark Petrucci off the pace in car number 5. It's Tim Hitt leading, but here comes Johnson on the inside. 6 laps to go, 6 laps remaining. Petrucci takes car 5 into the pits. Hitt continues to run the top. Johnson hugging the inside rail off of turn 2. It's Hitt your leader. Subbing for Ben Riley tonight in car 99. Davey Johnson subbing for John Johnson, his uncle, wheels the 48. Off of Ford, still Hitt. With Johnson closing in at the halfway point. Malquit third, Moore fourth, Ruhlman runs fifth. Then it's Bobby Burgess and Greg Sismar. Down the back straightaway, Johnson flying into turn 3, hard on the bottom in car 48. Davey Johnson and Tim Hitt wheel to wheel off of turn 4 down the front straightaway. Johnson with the lead that time by 4 laps to go. The Johns Towing Jules Machine 48 your leader down the back straightaway with Tim Hitt second. The race for third, also a good one. B.A. Malquit and Kip Moore. 3 laps remaining. Malquit in the M1, Moore in the 00. Then Ruhlman in the 49. Johnson stretching the advantage in the 48. Hitt in the 99 second. 2 laps to go, 2 to go. Johnson turning that last lap at 19.85. 19.85. It's almost 100 miles per hour for his average speed. That's about 4/10 faster than anyone's been earlier this evening. White flag for Davey Johnson. 1996 that lap, 1996. Into the 99 second. Malquit's M1 third. Moore in the 00 is fourth, and closing on Malquit in 3 and 4. Off the fourth turn, the Johns Towing Jules Machine 48 checkered flag waving for Davey Johnson. Tim Hitt second. B.A. Malquit third, Kip Moore fourth, and Brian Ruhlman completes the top 5. The Don Speed Shop 11A of Charlie Jasinski. In the Crown Buick GMC 3 from Pittsburgh, Rich Curry. From Mike Morgan from Heidelberg. Then it's the 9C of Doug Crawford. The Crawford Refrigeration 9C from Castle Shannon. The Jukes Body Shop Cox Machine 10. Mark Banal, the winner last week from Dillonville, Ohio. And in car number 50 from Aliquippa, the driver is George Bland. George Bland in car 50. First qualifying heat for the York Heating and Air Conditioning Limited Late Models on Champion Spark Plugs Beacon All Pro Auto Parts Night. Green is out. Charlie Jasinski leads the pack into 1. Rich Curry into 3 right behind him. Again, we've got the 50-50 raffle tickets on sale right here in the main grandstand. Still leading, Curry second. Russ Colasar in the 8th, 3rd. The fun one is Stan Caroline Jr. 4th, and it's Dwayne Paul from the 7, Mark Banal in the 10, and Doug Crawford in the 9C. Mike Morgan's 83 in the 50 of George Bland. Headed for the pits. George Bland in car 50 into the pits. 2 laps down. Single file, but after that, some real good racing. Dwayne Paul from the 7, Stan Caroline Jr.'s fun 1, Mark Banal in the 10, and Doug Crawford the 9C going at it down the back straightaway now. Positions 4, 5, 6, and 7. From Poland, Ohio, Charlie Jasinski, your leader. Russ Colasar is taking over the 2nd spot. Rich Curry in the 3, running in the 3rd position. And then it's the 7 of Dwayne Poffin trying to hold off the 10 of Mark Banal. Banal will make the pass exiting turn 2 as Poffin gets high in the 7. Halfway, 5 down, 5 to go, 5 laps remaining. Remaining. Charlie Jasinski, your leader in the 11. Russ Colasar in the 8, still 2nd. Banal moves to 3rd now in car 10. Mark Banal up to 3rd. Curry in the 3 runs 4th. Stan Caroline in the fun 1, 5th. And Doug Crawford in the 9. Dwayne Paul from the 7. And Mike Morgan the 83. In the checkered around, 2 laps to go, 2 to go. Banal in the 10, working the top of the racetrack, will take 2nd from the 8 of Russ Colasar down the back straightaway. Mark Banal, the Jooks Body Shop Cox Machine 10, picking up the pace. White flag out for Charlie Jasinski. Checkered flag, the Dawes Disposal 11A from Poland, Ohio, Charlie Jasinski. Mark Banal 2nd, Russ Colasar 3rd, Rich Curry 4th, and Stan Caroline Jr. completing the top 5. You'll be swinging, Sammy Style. Qualifier for the York Limited Lake. Mel Minnick Jr. charging into the lead in car 75. The 14 of Ed Dunn 2nd. Russ Dunn's 47 3rd. The Dunns, not related by the way. Gary's Car and Truck Rental, 75 of Mel Minnick Jr. leads the way. Car 14, Ed Dunn in 2nd. The race for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, a good one. Russ Dunn in the 47. Matt Sherlock in the 21. 6, Jim Lepro. 69, Danny Burns. And 26, Sammy Stow. Going at it real good in turn 1. Jim Lepro in car 6 will move into the 3rd spot. Down the back chute. Danny Burns in the 69 moves to 4th. Dunn out of shape in the 47. He'll end up on the tail of the field. Sammy Stow now in car 26 works underneath the 21 of Matt Sherlock into the top 5. The Century Square 26, Century Square Shop and Save 26 of Sam Stout. Still the Gary's Car and Truck Rental, 75 of Mel Minnick Jr. Leading the Vincent's Pizza, Interstate Investigations 14 of Ed Dunn. And Dunn might be closing in a bit. Butts Place 6 of Jim Lapro 3rd. The Le Cabaret Lounge 69 of Danny Burns 4th. Styles 26 5th. Halfway this time by. 5 laps to go. Mel Minnick Jr. continues to lead, but car 14, Ed Dunn is closing in. Dunn in the 14, making tracks on your leader through turns 3 and 4. Ed's been looking better and better. Second place finish 2 weeks back after leading most of the way. Car 14, Ed Dunn. 6, Jim Lapro still 3rd. 69, Danny Burns 4th. 26, Sam Stow is 5th. Through 3 and 4 they come. Dunn looks to the inside. Will he get alongside down the front straightaway? It's still Mel Minnick Jr. 3 laps from the finish. 3 laps to go, but Dunn able to run lower through the corners. Gets alongside in turn 2. Down the back straightaway. Minnick will hold him off into turn number 3. Mel Minnick Jr. in the 75 trying to hold off the 14 of Ed Dunn. 2 laps remaining. 2 to go. Dunn again alongside of Minnick. Off of 2 down the back straightaway. Into 3. 75 Mel Minnick Jr. continues to lead. The white flag is out. 1 to go. Final lap. Gary's Car and Truck Rental 75 leads the Vincent's Pizza 14 of Ed Dunn. Mel Minnick and Ed Dunn wheel to wheel. York Limited Late Model second heat race to Mel Minnick Jr. Dunn second. Jim Lapro in the 6th third. 69 Danny Burns 4th. The 26 of Sam Stow completing the top 5. Of 42. Off of turn 4, the green is out. On the outside, Ricky Thomas in car 99T takes off with the lead down the back straightaway. Westover's 31 second. 5, Rich Gasparovich running 3rd. Bob Waring Jr. in the 4 sits 4th. And Jim Paul in car 44 runs 5th. Waring in the 4 works on the inside. And he'll try and take over 3rd for the 5 of Rich Gasparovich. And he does. Bob Waring Jr. off of turn 2 down the back straightaway. And it's like the thing to do now for a Wilson late model guys is find a limited late model ride. Ricky Thomas leads. Brad Westover second. Bob Waring Jr. third. And closing in on second in turn 1. Waring sliding up. Westover to 31 still second. Waring third. Gasparovich runs 4th in the 5. Jim Paul in the 44 is 5th. Waring to the inside in turn 3. Trying to take second from the 31 of Brad Westover. Ricky Thomas opening up a straightaway lead in car 99C. Race for second. Westover's 31, Waring in the 4. Halfway, 5 laps remaining, 5 to go. continues for second. Westover to 31, Waring in the 4. Then behind them, Gasparovich in the 5 and Paul in the 44 having a good race. But all by his lonesome self in turn 1 is your leader, Ricky Thomas. To go this time by, 2 laps remaining. One more time, Bob Waring Jr. takes it to the inside of turn 1, able to get alongside of Brad Westover, but off at 2, it's still Westover in second, Waring third. White flag waving for your leader, Ricky Thomas. Pretty much unbeatable most of 1994. Checkered flag, your final York Heating and Air Conditioning. Limited late heat to Ricky Thomas. Second will be Brad Westover, Bob Waring Jr. third. Jim Paul fourth, and Rich Gasparovich went up fifth. Paul able to get fourth there on the final lap in car 44. By the way, looking at the Super Series point standings for the Wolf's Head late models, of course, the top point man in the Wolf's Head late model Super Series point standings will be a guaranteed starter for a Pitt Danny Rich in 51, Ron O'Patchin. White, your leader in the 55. Bob Heim in the 92 second. 57, Stuss Shadowski is third. Bill Slade in the 4. Jim Zarin in the 1C racing for fourth and fifth. And Danny Rich in the 67 and the 51 of Ron O'Patchin. Spectator stocks, as usual, highly competitive. As was evidenced by last week's Spectator stock 20, which went to the 10 of Jeff Broniszewski. Wee Willie White continues to lead. Stuss Shadowski's got a rope pulling him to the back of the pack, the 57. In the high side of turn 2, ended up on the tail of the field. And he got the anchor down. 4 laps to go. Halfway. The Cumps Lounge 3 Rivers Coin 55 of Wee Willie White leads the Lowry's Run Automotive 92 of Bob Heim. The Chuck Ratz Enterprises 4 of Bill Slade sitting third. Laps to go. Bob Heim in the 92 looks to the inside in turn 1 and 2. It's still Wee Willie White, your leader. Oh, Stush spot the wall in turn 1 in the 57. May have a right front flat as he limps down the back straightaway. Definitely not steering right. Now he'll take it to the pits. 2 laps to go. Bill Slade in the 4 trying to make it a 3-car battle. Stuss Shadowski, the Napa Auto Parts 57 in the pits with a right front flat. White flag, 1 to go. first coin comes Lounge 55, brings them off of turn 4. Your Spectator stock heat race goes to Wee Willie White, Bob Hines second, Bill Slade third, Jim Zarin fourth, Danny Rich fifth, and then Ronald Patchen at 51. Next week, family night kids bike races. Green is out. Green is out. Russ Matika leads in car 17. Jeff Broniszewski in the 10 is second. So this sort of a reversal from last week. It was Matika doing the chase into Broniszewski. Now it's Broniszewski trying to track down Matika. Len Drobosleski in the 25, third. Scott Staso, 7, fourth. Then it's Tom Pascutis, the 3. Dave Slade in the 4. Robert Freshour, the 80 through. Dustin off the turn 1 wall. Robert Freshour to Weirton, Dustin the wall in turn 1 in car 83. Staso gets by the 25 of Len Drobosleski for third as Drobosleski got high off of turn 4. Broniszewski looks to the inside of the 17 of Russ Matika. Off the second turn, Matika still leads the Roberts Roadside in. Valvoline sponsored 17 leads the Tomai Sewing Foster Construction 10 of Jeff Broniszewski. 3 laps down, 5 to go. Russ Matika is still leading. Jeff Broniszewski second. Staso in the 7th, third. 25, Len Drobosleski fourth. To go. 2 to go. White flag is waving. 1 to go. Broniszewski alongside of Matika in turn 2. Final lap charge down the back straightaway. A little paint exchange for a moment. In turn 3, Matika breaks away. Still your leader, the Roberts Roadside in. Valvoline 17 getting up high. Here comes Broniszewski underneath off of turn 4. It will be Russ Matika, the winner. Broniszewski second. Scott Staso third. Len Drobosleski's 25 fourth. The 4 of Bill Slade completes the top 5. Not Bill Slade, excuse me, Dave Slade. I knew I'd make that mistake. Dave Slade in the B4. Or you can purchase them in the gift shop, I believe. TV will host this exciting family event. That's Sunday, August 14th. Luria takes the lead off the bat in car number 11. Tony Shevchek in the 7Z second. Ralph Heisong Jr.'s 09 in third. As the 20 of Dave Cook, the 00 of Dave Fulmer. Rick Wachter, the 93X. Jim Steffens at 38. Mark Schickel in the F1 and Vince Dottino in the 19B. Laurie, your leader. Shevchuk in the 7Z, rocking and rolling in turn 4 there. A little bouncing action on the 7Z, but Tony's got her aimed straight down the front chute. He's her second place car. And Tony was having fun in turn 4 last week, but looks like he's got that problem taken care of. He was spinning quite regularly last Saturday in the 7Z. Here in turn 4. He's running second now. He's a newcomer to the sport. Looking better and better. Look at Ricky Wachter slide up in there in the 93X. Likes that low side. Halfway, 4 to go, 4 to go. Pete Loria continues to lead, but boy, they're really jockeying for positions behind him. Tony Shevchuk in the 7Z. Look out, Tony. Turns it sideways, collects the 0-0 of Dave Fulmer. Everybody continues along, and Shevchuk will go in the pits, and the green stays out. Miraculous driving here in the Spectator stock division. For a moment there, things got quite nasty. Dave Fulmer has a flat right rear tire in the 0-0, so he'll go to the pits. Courtesy the 7Z of Tony Shevchuk. We're just talking about Tony getting better and better, and he lost it just for a moment there, exiting turn 2 in the 7Z. Everyone, though, continues along except for Shevchuk and Fulmer. We've got 2 laps to go. Pete Laurie is your leader. Rick Wachter finds himself in second. He started this race dead last. Ralph Hysong Jr.'s 09 third, the 38 of Jim Steffens fourth, Dave Cook in the 20 runs fifth, then Mark Schickel on the fun one, and Vince Tino in the 19B. White flag waving for the Fantasy Show Bar Auto Trader 11 of Pete Loria. Off the 4th turn, checkered flag, final Spectator stock heat to Pete Loria. Rick Wachter will get second. Ralph Hysong Jr. third. Jim Steffens fourth. Dave Cook in the 20 complete your top 5. How we start? Planning on going to the Pittsburgh Speedway for the Hillbilly 100. That is on Sunday, September the 4th. Advanced tickets at a $5 discount are on sale in the gift shop. Advanced tickets for the Hillbilly 100 on Sunday, September the 4th, down at the Pittsburgh Speedway, 26th Annual Hillbilly 100, sanctioned by the Stars. Off of turn 4, the green is out. Bernie Pitanowick takes them into turn 1. Pitanowick leading. Jimmy Plants in the 40, getting better and better. Runs second. Darren Miller, another much improved driver. The 16 is third. Look at Plants in the 40 trying to take the lead. Jimmy Plants in car 40 underneath the 37 of Bernie Pitanowick down the back straightaway. Even Stevens into turn number 3. Dave Sheriff off the pole, off the pace in the 88, headed to the pits. Sheriff's been sent to the pits. Dave Sheriff in the pits in car 88. Rounded up by the posse. Pitanowick Pitanowick up high, and here comes Jimmy Plants underneath him in car 40 down the front straightaway. Plants with the lead at the flag stand into turn 1. Plants continues to lead. Darren Miller into 16, follows him to second. Pitanowick's 37, third, and here comes Dale Charlier in car 11. Yellow is out. Yellow out, car 42. Paul Bush up in turn 3. Look out, Bernie Pitanowick into 37. Just a little kiss to say hello. This is singers and comedians to compete in our gong show. Halfway, 4 down, Jimmy Plants your leader. Darren Miller to 16, second. Kurt Habadell has worked his way to third into 75. Then Pitanowick, Charlier battles back to fifth. Obrzezinski to 61, Petrell in the 84. Good battle in the middle of the field. Good battle. 3 laps to go. Paul Bush has found his stopping spot between the third and fourth turn again. The yellow is out for the second time, so Paul will be disqualified from the event. Look out. Now we got Probe in West Liberty in Pittsburgh. There's a Beacon All-Pro Auto Parts near you. Green is back out. 3 laps remaining. Our 2 leaders together. Darren Miller hard into the wall, comes down across the racetrack. Everybody gets by. Plants in the 40, Miller in the 16 together in turn 2. Miller busted or banged the wall pretty good, actually. He'll limp to the pits. A break for Kurt Habadell. He finds himself in the lead now. 6 laps are down. 2 to go. White flag, 1 lap to go. Kurt Habadell in the Kodak Gold, Pearls Cafe 75. Jimmy Plants in the 42nd, Pitanowick in the 37, Petrell in the 84, and Charlier in the 11, racing for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And right with them comes the 61 of Mark Obrzezinski. Checkered flag, your unmodified heat to Kurt Habadell. 2nd to Jimmy Plants. 3rd to Bernie Pitanowick. Jim Petrell in the 84 will get 4th, and the 61 of Mark Obrzezinski will finish 5th. 75, Kurt Habadell with the win. 40, Jimmy Plants 2nd. 37, Bernie Pitanowick, who will not be able to start. And Tom Copeland in car number 10 will start last tonight. Tom in car number 10 from Warren, Ohio, in the Greenwood Automotive Phoenix Tool number 10. Another car that scratched tonight was the 33 of Bob Bosky, who dropped out from our first heat race. Bob Bosky in car 33 also a scratch this evening. For row number 2. With the Wolfset late models, first of 2 35-lappers tonight, part of the Pittsburgh Super Series. Mark Banal on the T8, Lynn Geisler the 1C, bring the field up to speed. Exiting turn number 4, the green is out. Banal with problems right off the bat, putting down a lot of moisture. He continues along. You can see the oil on the track in turns 1 and 2. He's still in the gas. Mark Banal on the T8. Davey Johnson is your leader. Geisler is 2nd. Banal trying to battle back. He's still smoking. Bradish in the 5. Pinal coasting on the inside of the racetrack brings out the caution. Ed Baker, the 99 of Tim Hitt, the 5 of Lou Bradish, the D11 of John Flinter, the 2 of Mike Johnson, the M1 of B.A. Malquit, 72 racing John Mason, the star 1 of Chuck Frank. We're back up to speed. Coming off a turn 4, they're 3 wide for second there for a moment. It decides to back out and think otherwise. Car 99. Your leader continues to be the 48 of Davey Johnson. Geisler second. Steve Baker in third. Hitt, Bradish, and Flinter bunched up for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Johnson continues to lead. Geisler still second. Baker in the 84 and Hitt in the 99 battling for third. Hitt makes the pass. Baker fourth now. Flinter runs fifth. Hitt really going into the corners at car 99. turn 4. Geisler and hit. Trying to put a lap on the 12 of Greg Sismar. Hit right on his bumper going into turn 1. Then slingshots to the inside. Hit now underneath Geisler in turn 2. Down the back straightaway. They're side by side for third another time. Geisler still able to hold him off. Flitter has worked his way back to 5th in car number 11. Here comes hit off the low side of turn 4. Geisler still third, hit 4th, and now Chuck Frank in the star 1 underneath John Flitter in that battle for 5th. You can't beat the racing for 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Continue to swap spots lap after lap. 15 laps to go. Davey Johnson all by himself in turn 2. Steve Baker in the 84 by himself in turn 2 now runs second. Then it's 3-lap cars before you get to the third place runners. Lynn Geisler in the 1C. Sim hits 99 4th. John Flitter the 11th 5th. Then Chuck Frank in the star 1 6th. Mason 72 7th. Bradish in the 5 8th. Output in the M1 9th. And Mike Johnson in car 2 runs 10th. In the 99 makes a run off for turn 2. Underneath Geisler in turn 3. They race for third. It continues. Hit again now coming off the inside of turn 4 trying to make a run at Lynn. Flitter right on hits tail as they head into 1. Frank and Mason follow him. Hit again underneath Geisler in turn 2. Even Steven down the back straightaway. Geisler with the advantage into 3. Here comes Flitter on the outside. 3-lap cars in the path of Lynn Geisler. Sim hit right underneath him, and John Flitter tries to make it 3 wide as they exit turn 4. Flitter on the outside, they bump. He and Geisler as they head into 1. John Flitter riding the rim in the D11. He'll go to third. Hit in the 99, tries to clear Geisler for 4th. Lap traffic in the path. Hit makes the pass. He's 4th, Geisler now 5th, and it's Frank and Mason as they work lap traffic off of turn 4. Johnson, your leader in turn 3. Baker running second down the back straightaway in the 84. Flitter in the D11 third. Into the 99 now 4th. Geisler in the 1C is 5th. Frank in the star 1 still 6th. Mason in the 72 7th. Bradish in the 5 8th. Malcolm in the M1 9th. Kip Moore is now 10th in car 00. 11th and 2 of Mike Johnson and 12th and 3 of Bob Salopy. Still 12 cars on the lead lap. Less than 10 laps to go. We've got 9 laps remaining. Lynn Geisler now finds himself back in 7th in the 1C as Chuck Frank moves into 5th in the start. hits, 99.4. 72, John Mason, 5th. Tom Frank in the Star 1, 6th. 1C, Lynn Geisler, 7th. The 5 of Lou Brownish, 8th. And the M1 of B.A. Malquid, 9th with Kip Moore's 0010. This season. Here he climbs out from the cockpit. Put your hands together for your Wolfset Late Model Feature winner on Champion Spark Plugs Beacon Auto Parts Night, Davey Johnson.
He definitely knows his way around the Pennsylvania Motor Speedway.
Kind of interesting that he jumps in this car after running his own, and not that they're that much different, but the first time he's really been in this car for any length. He ran at one heat race earlier this year, but didn't miss a beat.
He's the type of driver that can make an adjustment, get into a car. The car has to be pretty close and make it work. He's definitely a top shoe.
You have a chance to see that racing for the third with John Flinner and Tim Hitt. Tim Hitt doing a nice job. Feature victory interview. Then it's the 8 of Russ Colasar and the 31 of Brad Westover, followed by the 14 of Ed Dunn. Then the 99 of Ricky Thomas, the 75 of Mel Minnick Jr., the 11 of Charlie Jasinski, 3 Rich Curry and 69 Danny Burns, 44 Jim Paul and the 10 of Mark Banal, 26 Sam Stowell, the 5 of Rich Gasparovich, 9C Doug Crawford, 21 Matt Sherlock, 4W Wayne Gaither, the 7 of Dwayne Popham, 47 Russ Dunn, 42D Nick Dobnak, 50 George Bland, the 5Y of Kirk Young, and the 42 of Eddie Murphy. Our York Heating and Air Conditioning Limited Late Model Feature is underway. John Beatty, I knew I would say that. Bob Waring Jr., your leader in car 4. The 6 of Jim Lapro running second. 8, Russ Colasar third as they come off of turn 4 looking to complete lap 1. Waring your leader. Jim Lapro in car 6 on the outside. Off at 2 down the back straightaway, takes over the top spot as they head into turn 3. Waring in the 4 second, 14 Ed Dunn is third. 99C Ricky Thomas and Russ Colasar in the 8, wheel to wheel for 4th. Thomas makes the pass on the inside of the racetrack. The Bunts plays 6 on a midway, your leader. The Brighton Heights on a load of 4. A Bob Waring Jr. in second, the Vincent's Pizza. Interstate Investigations 14 of Ed Dunn is third. The L. Thomas Body Shop, J. Allen Steel 99C of Ricky Thomas running 4th. And 5th this time by close between the Crown Buick GMC 3 of Rich Terry and the Don Speed Shop 11A of Charlie Jasinski. Curry will win that race with Jasinski. He'll take 5th off of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Thomas now, the 99 flies the outside of Ed Dunn in turn 3 as they race for 3rd. 5 laps down, 15 remaining. Ricky Thomas on the outside in car 99C. Taking over the 3rd spot from the 14 of Ed Dunn. 3 Rich Curry running 5th. Jasinski's 11-6, Minnick in the 75 7th. Dan Burns in the 69 and Russ Colasar in the 8. Side by side for 8th and 9th. Then the 31 of Brad Westover, the 10 of Mark Banal, all bunched together here in turn 4. 5 laps complete. Jim Lapro. Super job as he continues to lead the Bunts Place Rocket Chassis number 6. Bob Waring Jr. in that number 4 still second with Thomas in the 99 third. Dunn in the 14 is 4th. Curry into 3 runs 5th. continues. Charlie Jasinski in the 11A and the 75 of Mel Minnick Jr. There in turn one. At the halfway point, this time by it'll be lap 11, 9 more to go. Jim Lepro in the Bud's Place 6 out of Midway. Ricky Thomas now, the 99, closing in on the 4, Bob Waring Jr. in that battle for second. They work the slower cars of Ed Murphy in the 42 and the 5 of Kurt Young down the back straightaway. 8 laps to go this time by, 8 laps remaining. Russ Colasar off the pace of car 8. He spun in turn 2, but he's back underway down the back straightaway. Up a little high in turn 4. Waring closing in with 7 laps to go. Jim Lepro in the Bud's Place 6, still your leader. Bob Waring Jr. in the 4 is closing in. 99, Ricky Thomas 4. 14, Ed Dunn in 4th. Rich Curry in the 3, still 5th. Jasinski in the 11, 6th. Minnick in the 75, 7th. Burns in the 69, 8th. Bunnell in the 10, 9th. And Westover's 31 is 10th. 6 laps to go. Jim Lepro as one of the real veterans, Bob Waring Jr., who Waring brakes for a moment. Yes, Bob Waring Jr. off the pace, just as we were talking about him in car 4. Waring slows. Now he's got it going again. The car shut off in turn 2. He coasted down the back straightaway. Now he's back up to speed. Lepro goes high, and Ricky Thomas has the lead. Well, I'll tell you what, when you're hot, you're hot. Ricky Thomas can do no wrong in 1994. He's running 3rd. The second place car slows down. Your leader gets high. And Thomas has himself in the lead. The L. Thomas Body Shop. J. Allen Steel 99. 4 laps to go this time by. 4 laps remaining. Lepro is 2nd. Dunn in the 14th. 3rd. Waring 4th now in the 4. And Curry in the 3 still 5th. Curry off the pace in car 3. Curry into 3. Limps around turn number 4. He drops back to 7th. He was running 5th. He's got a right front tire flat on car number 3. Stays on the racetrack. Still dropping around. Now he slows down in 1. He's in the middle groove. Two laps to go. 2 to go. Cars together on the back straightaway. The 5 of Rich Gasparovich facing the wrong direction. 2 laps to the finish. Ricky Thomas, your leader. He takes off. The green is out. Thomas leads. Waring's back to 2nd. Lepro in the 6, now 3rd. Jasinski in the 11, 4th. Burns in the 69 runs 5th. And it's Minnick in the 75. But now in the 10s, down the 26. For turn number 4 in the L. Thomas Body Shop. J. Allen Steel 99. Checkered flag is waving for Ricky Thomas. Bob Waring 2nd. Jasinski 3rd. Lepro 4th. Dan Burns in the 69 completes the top 5. Ricky Thomas in car 99T. L. Thomas Body Shop, J. Allen Steel, the sponsors. Mark Blogs, Beacon All Pro Auto Parts Night, Ricky Thomas.
Now, we got a fan down here that I got to talk to. If we're giving some kind of an award for someone that traveled the furthest distance, this gentleman is from Anchorage, Alaska. Sir, what's your name?
Mike Foy.
Mike, have you ever been down here before?
Yeah, I've been coming here the last 4 years.
That's a pretty long ride to go to the races. I have to think that maybe you're in town for other reasons?
No, not really. But I'm thinking about moving here, though.
You came from Anchorage, Alaska to go to the races here in Pittsburgh tonight.
Sure did.
Hey, Dow, we got to fix this guy up with some kind of a prize. He wants a wolf's head hat. Do we have any wolf's head hats?
I don't know, but we'll find him something. We'll find him something. I got a Cooper.
3,500 miles, Dow. Make sure you got a lot of good prizes up there. What kind of racing do they have in Alaska?
We still got late models, and we got sportsmen's mostly, and a few sprint cars.
How do their late models compare to what we have here?
Nothing. These cars here are really fast.
Well, we're glad you're here. We're going to sit down and maybe some other prizes you enjoy tonight.
Okay, thank you.
Now, 4,500 miles the man came to watch a race. It looked like until a caution, just prior to the caution, Jimmy Lefro had to win. Your strategy, some of your thoughts on what happened there the last couple laps in the race.
Yeah, Jimmy and John made it really flying tonight. I just had to keep running harder and harder. They kept getting farther and farther away. And I just ran in harder and harder, and Jimmy started pushing up to the wall a little bit, and John got a little high at one time. We all started running a little bit over our head. I just cut down underneath both of them, and it worked, Don. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
I don't know if you were aware of it, but that was Bob Waring Jr. in Beatty's car, so that's got to make you feel better because Bob's a top-notch driver, so is John. You got some tough competition there. 7 wins. The nickname that Dow hung on, you restart Ricky. You didn't even have to worry about that tonight, but I got a feeling, had you been in second or third spot, you'd have still been tough to deal with.
Oh yeah, Don. We come out here every week. We try to do our best. First of all, we try to do our best for the fans. Second of all, my crew. These guys are great. Everybody sticks together. It's total team effort. There isn't one person that can stick out in this crew. I want to thank everybody. Thank my fiance coming to the races. This is one of those things, you know how racing is in women, Don.
Let's talk about the end of the season. Any possibility that you may move up for some of the special events?
Well, Don, we just got a rocket chassis. As a matter of fact, we just got it tonight. I think maybe Wednesday I'm going to come out. Not going to try to do anything with it yet. I'm just going to go out and try to get the feel. I mean, I know them guys in the late model are fantastic drivers. I just want to get up there and get my feet wet a little bit. You know, see what I can do. See if I can run with the big guys.
Well, I'll tell you the secret. I think you're a fantastic driver, too. We want to congratulate you on win number 7.
Thank you, Don.
All right, Dow.
Thanks, Doc. Juan. The Coors 1 of Dennis Curry moving up into position. 84 Baker and the 48 of Johnson, then the 49 of Roman, the 4 of Ed Faree, 34 Bobby Burgess, 2012 Greg Sismar, the W2 of Mike Westfall. Ben Bellich, 8 Greg Wilson, 10 Tom Copeland, and 17 Bob Waring Jr. moving up into position. Lights are out. We're ready to go. 35 laps for the Wolf's Head late models. Second race of the Pittsburgh Super Series here tonight. Off of turn number 4 they come, and the green is out. Bob Salafi grabs the lead in the 3. The 2 of Mike Johnson second. Then it's the 00 Kim Moore, the M1 of B.A. Malquit. Lynn Geisler running 5th. They try to complete lap number 1. Off of turn 4. Salafi still your leader. Down the back chute. Single foul. Back the first 7 or 8 cars. Underneath the M1 of Malquit. Here comes Racing John Mike Johnson second, 1C Lynn Geisler third, 48 Davey Johnson fourth, 00 Kip Moore fifth, 72 John Mason sixth, 11 John Flitter seventh, M1 BA Malcolm eighth, 5 of Blue Bradish ninth, Chuck Frank in the Star 1 runs 10. Bob Waring Jr. off the pace of car 17. Bob Waring Jr. heads to the pits in car 17. The race for second heating up now. Mike Johnson in the 2. Right behind him comes the 1C of Lynn Geisler. And not far behind is the 48 of Davey Johnson. John Mason now 5th in car 72. Kip Moore in the 006. Flinter in the D11 7th. Malcolm in the M1 8th. Bradish in the 5 9th. And Frank in the Star 1 still 10. 10 laps complete, 25 remaining. The race for second continues. Mike Johnson in the 2, the 1C of Lynn Geisler. The 48 of Davey Johnson. Geisler underneath Mike Johnson as they head into turn 1. Johnson tries to make it 3 wide. They're 3 wide for second. Off of turn 2 down the back straightaway. The Johnsons have got Geisler in a sandwich as they head into turn 3. Brothers Johnson inside and outside of Lynn Geisler. Bob Salem, he continues to lead. Geisler will take over the second spot. Davey Johnson in the 48 now trying to take third away from younger brother Mike. He does off of turn 2. Mike drops to 4th. Mason in the 72 is still 5th. Here comes your leader, the 3 of Bob Salopy. Geisler second. Johnson on his bumpers. They work underneath the 8 of Craig Wilson. Things are heating up here. Off of turn 2. The race for second. Lynn Geisler and Davey Johnson. Into 3. Geisler still second. Johnson running a close third. Salopy leads with 14 laps down. 14 down. John Mason now moves to 4th. He gets around the 2 of Mike Johnson, who drops to 5th. Is trying to work the 8 of Craig Wilson. 20 laps remaining, 20 to go. Salopy still leading by almost a straightaway. The number 1 Concord Automotive 1C of Lynn Geisler in second. The Johns Towing Jules Machine Volatassi 48 of Davey Johnson is third. Sits the 72 of John Mason. The 2 of Mike Johnson, 5th. Kip Moore's 006. Flinter in the 11, 7th. Malcolm's M1, 8th. Bradish in the 5, 9th. And Frank in the Star 1 still runs 10th. Geisler and Johnson are closing in on Bob Salopy. Salopy working traffic here on the front straightaway. The W2 of Mike Westphal, the 10 of Tom Copeland. And Geisler and Johnson are coming on. Salopy still leads off of turn 2 down the back straightaway, but Geisler and Johnson continue to cut into that lead in turn 3. Look at them come. Lynn Geisler and Davey Johnson closing in on Bob Salopy as he exits turn 4, still trying to put the W2 Mike Westphal lap down at the halfway point. 48 Ben Village in the pits. Salopy is around the W2 Mike Westphal, so is Geisler. Johnson also trying to make the pass he does in 3 and 4. Geisler now within 2 car lengths of your leader. Geisler tries the inside. Salopy comes down a groove. He'll lead him off of turn 2. Geisler right on his tail. Johnson sits third. Mason is 4th. Mike Johnson still 5th. Geisler again to the inside in 3 and 4. But no, Salopy will hold him off this time by 15 laps to go. 15 to go. The Wolfset late models. Bob Salopy, the Bedford Bullet, has been your leader from the start. Lynn Geisler running second. Davey Johnson now third. Geisler again will try the low side into 3, but he can't make the pass. Salopy, Geisler, Johnson, 1, 2, 3 coming off of turn 4. 14 laps to the finish. In turn 2, it's still Bob Salopy, Lynn Geisler, and Davey Johnson down the back straightaway. to put Tim Hitt in car 99 and the 4 event free a lap down. Johnson in the 48, still second. 72, John Mason now has moved to third. Mason in the 72, third. Salafi drops to fourth in car number 3 as Geisler comes off at turn 4 on the inside. Trying to work again the 4 event free, the 99 of Tim Hitt. 2 laps to go. 3 laps to go, excuse me. That's 32 on the scoreboard. 2 laps to go this time by Lynn Geisler. Off of turn 4. White in the checkered route. Davey Johnson running out of time. Geisler working traffic. Puts Tim Hitt's 99 a lap down, the same for the 4 event free. Johnson second, Mason third. Salafi fourth. Kip Moore is now fifth in car 00. Mike Johnson in the 2-run sixth. Winner in the D11 seventh. Bradish in the 5-8. Frank in the star 1-9th. And Malcolm in the M1 is 10th unofficially. The white flag is waved for Lynn Geisler, your leader down the back straightaway in the number 1 Cochran Automotive 1C. Off the 4th turn, Lynn Geisler wins the second race of tonight's Wolfson Late Model Pittsburgh Super Series. Davey Johnson second, John Mason third, Bob Salafi fourth. Fifth will be the 00, Kip Moore. Sixth to John Flinner. Mike Johnson in the 2-7, Chuck Frank in the star 1-8. Lou Bradish in the 5-9th, and B.A. Malquit in the M1 completing the top 10. Geisler started in the 6th position in car number 1C. Champion spark plugs, Beacon All Pro Auto Parts and Height, Lynn Geisler. Lynn now has 13 wins this season, and that is $2,600 donated to the Chuck Ward Recovery Fund. $2,600 to the Chuck Ward Recovery Fund. $442.50.
Mention you maybe already did another $200 for Chuck Ward. Lynn, reach in there and get a ticket out.
Last time I did this, I pulled my dad's number.
He said the last time he did this, he pulled his dad's number. Let's hope it's somebody different tonight. 614-642. 614-642.
614-642, 614-642. If you have that number, go down to the Speedway office. Dawn, take it away.
Lynn, you're having a pretty good weekend. Last night, Victory Lane at Lernerville. Tonight at Pittsburgh, a big day at number 1 Cochran. I guess the only thing that's left is to go up to Challenger tomorrow and win.
Well, it'd be nice, but it has been a good weekend. And, you know, like I say, it was nice being out at the dealership today and doing a little extra work out there. And I got out here a little bit early, and the All-Pro people and Beacon and some champion guys were out there, and we were talking about racing. And I said, well, I've been racing here as long as anybody, and I don't know, you wouldn't think I'd need 35 laps of practice to get going, but we definitely weren't hooked up in the first one, but the changes we made worked out pretty good, and it really turned out to be a nice night. And,
what were your thoughts on a double feature?
That's a real good race. I hope the fans enjoy it and support this thing. I mean, there isn't anything better than that kind of racing, because you see people that get a chance to make some changes in their car and come out and either better or worse than themselves. And that's what racing's all about. It's knowing your vehicle and being able to come out here and race. And Davey did a nice job in the first one. I'd have hated to see him double up. That'd have been a little tough to handle.
Well, coming up through there, you and him were working your way through the pack together, working the lap cars. Any thoughts, any strategy when you were 3 wide coming out of back chute?
Well, it was Johnson, and me. I said, oh man, I hope nobody screws up, because I'll be double wrong.
Well, hey, congratulations on another win. You got 2 out of the 3 possible. You have 53 career wins here. You got to be proud.
Yeah, it's a nice place to race, and I have fun racing here. And it's nice when guys like Davey and Chubb and some of these out-of-town guys show up. They certainly bring the best out of people, and I know some of the local guys ran real hard in the first race and really did a nice job. And I'd like to say it's just a nice night to be out here. Thanks for coming out, fans.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Don, congratulations. We're ready to go with our Spectator stock 15-lap feature here in just a moment. Jr., 1C Jim Zarin, Lendrop Osleski the 25, 38 Jim Steffens, the 4B of Dave Slade, 67X Danny Rich, 51 Ronald Patchen, and the 20 of Dave Cook. Fun one of Mark Schickel, 3 Stan Carroll, or Tom Pascutis, and the 3, we're all out of shape here. They were going into 55, Russ Matika, the 17M, bringing them off at turn 4, and the green is out. Ross Matika, who was the runner-up last week, leads the first lap in car 17M. Wee Willie White in the 55 second. Pete Loria in the 11th third. Then it's Rick Walker, the 93X. 92 Bob Heim sits 5th, and the 4 Bill Slade. Cars together in turn 2. They get straightened around. 38 Jim Steffens, 1C Jim Zarin. They're 3 wide with Danny Rich and Dave Slade. They're going into turn 3. Middle of the pack. Strong racing continues. Rick Walker down the 93X works the low side. He goes into second in turn 1. Russ Matika continues to lead. Walker is second. The 55 of Wee Willie White third, and the 11 of Pete Loria close fourth. Matika continues to lead with Rick Walker a close second. 55 Wee Willie White third, the 11 of Pete Loria fourth. 92 Bob Heim running fifth, along with the 10 of Jeff Broniszewski now. Broniszewski, who started back 12th, working his way up into the fray. Off of fourth turn, 5 laps down, 10 to go. Walker now has gathered in your leader. Walker right on the bumper of Russ Matika, and Walker works to the inside of Matika in turn 2. Wheel to wheel for the lead down the back straightaway. Russ Matika in the 17M, the Roberts roadside in. Valvoline 17M trying to hold off the W.R. Minton Sons Custom Homes 93X. Walker pushing up. Matika stays outside down the front straightaway. It's Walker with the lead. It's 7 laps down. Wee Willie White still third in the 55. The 10 of Jeff Broniszewski in fourth. The 11 of Pete Loria. And the 51 of Ronald Patchen running for fifth. Seventh is the 92 of Bob Heim. 7th, Scott Staso. 8th, 4th, Bill Slade. 9th, Ralph Highsong Jr. And the 09 is 10. Walker off the fourth turn, completing lap number 8. We're halfway. 7 to go. Roger checking out in the W.R. Minton & Sons Custom Homes. Corey Oppel to Service Star Hardware, 93X. Race for third, Jeff Broniszewski in the 10 on the inside, the 55 of Wee Willie White. Broniszewski moves to third. And White is now fourth in the 55. Opatchin has taken over fifth in car 51. Laurie in the 11th, sixth. Opatchin now fourth in car 51 as Wee Willie White falls to fifth in the 55. Laurie in the 11th, sixth, Daso in the 7th. Bob in the 90, Heim in the 92 racing for that next position. In turn one, Tony Shevchuk in car 7Z comes to a stop atop turn one to bring out the caution. Green is out. In front now, walk to the 93X, and look who's second, the 10 of Jeff Broniszewski. These two guys battling for the point standing lead in the Spectator stocks and have been the leading winners this season. The race is on. Russ Matika third in the 17M. Pete Laurie is 11th, fourth. White in the 55, fifth. White flag waving, 1 lap to go. The W.R. Minton & Sons Custom Homes. Service Star Hardware, 93X leads the Tomais Towing, Foster Construction, 10 off of turn 4. It's Rick Wachter, your winner. Jeff Broniszewski second. Russ Matika third. Pete Laurie fourth. Willie White fifth. Bill Slate sixth. And a car into the wall in the final lap. Jim Zarin in the 1C. Up in turn number 3, the number 1 Cochran Automotive 1C.
The field of cars, the good drivers, it's all mixing together for a perfect night.
Rick Wachter, put your hands together. Your Spectator stock winner on Beacon Auto Parts, All Pro Auto Parts Champion Spark Plugs night. For Rick this year, this is his 4th win. He is the leading winner in the Spectator stock division.
You know, this was no easy win. I'm talking to Rick's car owner. I understand you had a problem quickly, and then we'll let you get in the picture.
Yeah, we broke a valve stud in the hot laps, and it was just enough thread sticking up on it. We got a regular nut on it. Jack welder come over and welded it on, and we had another one come up loose, and we welded that one down to the head.
Go get your picture taken. When it's meant to be, it's meant to be. You were responsible for them coming down. How about a little rundown on who's here?
Well, first of all, we put this deal together back in January with American Motorsports Marketing Group, Beacon Auto Parts, and Champion Spark Plug. And it's not anything new, but we did some other things different this year, and they were eager to come back, and we're happy to have them.
And they're doing a nice job. A lot of special things happening tonight. A lot of nice people. We're glad they're here.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Frank, about being here.
We're really proud to be here and be a part of this with Beacon All Pro. We'd like to tell everybody that go to your Beacon Auto Parts stores, fill out a contest coupon for a trip for two to Dirt Week in Syracuse, New York, October 9th. So please visit your Beacon Auto Parts stores.
And while they're there, buy some Champion Plug.
Absolutely.
Hey, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Rick, I'll tell you what, when you're hot, you're hot. One broken stud, one ready to break. You got it welded. A little Mickey Mouse engineering holding it together there for a good run.
It's a track welder. Bill Kishy works magic. It held up the whole time. Good.
Pretty nice trophy. How many wins is this year?
This is 4.
And you're in a battle for the point lead. The guy that's running you down was doing it again tonight, right behind you.
Yeah, he's running good this year. Good battle.
What happened last week? Motor went south. How bad was it?
The distributor gear sheared a couple teeth. We were able to fix it though in time, so it's running good.
You're the luckiest guy out here.
Yeah, I know. I got a good crew.
Congratulations on another win. When's Hawaii night?
28, I think. Hey, what?
When's Hawaii night? Next Saturday. You see these guys will have palm trees, crazy shirts, and shorts. Congratulations on another win.
Hey, thanks a lot.
All right, Dow.
On those guys night. The announcer's got brain fade, which isn't uncommon. Yes, these are the UMP Modifieds. It is their feature event, which is 15 laps. 61, Mark Obrzezinski is on the pole. Outside the 84 of Jim Petrell, the 37 of Bernie Pacanowick, then the 40 of Jimmy Plants, and the 11 of Dale Charlier. 77 Matt Smith, followed by the 71 of Mark Rhodes, the 02 of Don Plants, 75 Kurt Habadale, 42 Paul Bush, and Dave Sheriff in car 88. Is out. Mark Obrzezinski with the lead in the 61. 84 Jim Petrell runs second. Down the back chute. Side by side for third. 37 Bernie Pacanowick and the 40 of Jimmy Plants. Dale Charlier up to fifth in car number 11. Abadell in the 75 moves to sixth. Mark Obrzezinski continues to lead, the 84 Jim Petrell second, 40 Jimmy Plant still third, Pacanowick in the 37 fourth, and the 11 of Dale Charlier fifth. Dave Sheriff in car 88 parked against the inside guardrail in turn 4. He's driving trip to Syracuse.
Well, we have 23 locations, and you can stop any 23, and our hours are reflective of when you guys are buying parts, but 8 to 8 Monday through Friday, and 9 to 5 on Saturday and Sunday.
All right. All right, we're back to green. Jim Petrell is your new leader in car 84. 61, Mark Oberzinski second now on the restart, shuffling around a bit. Jimmy Plants in the 40, Dale Charlier the 11, the 75 of Kurt Habadale running all together here as they come down the front straightaway. The Trill taking a lower line through the corners than the second place running Mark Oberzinski. Oberzinski closes close to the wall there for a moment off of turn 2. Habadale in the 75 now trying to work that inside line. He sits 5th. Here comes Oberzinski trying to take the lead back in car 61. 10 laps to go. Mark Oberzinski pressuring the 84 Jim Petrell. The Phil-Lucon Rev Feb 84 leads the Pabst Blue Ribbon. K&K Beverage GNS Motorsports 61. Third, fourth, and fifth, the 40 of Jimmy Plants, the 11 of Dale Charlier, and the 75 of Kurt Habadale. They are also going at it. Behind them comes the 75 of Matt Smith and Bernie Vitanovic in the 37. The trail still leads. Oberzinski second. Halfway. 8 laps to go. Kurt Habadale now in 4th in the 75, Charlier in the 11 5th. They've been the two big winners this year. They've got their work cut out. Habadale in the 75 will try the inside of Jimmy Plants in car 40, and it's Dave Sheriff in car 88 spinning again in turn 4, the same place as before. Bring out the caution out for the first time in the Route 88 Auto Parts. They got to stop in all your, just tell them again the stores.
Well, if they stop in any of the 23 stores and go ahead and fill out the little sign-up sheet, put in the bin, and Frank Senna, our regional man, is going to pick the winning ticket to go to this race.
All right, thank you, Randy. Again, thanks to Beacon and the champion to being here tonight. Randy Pichata from Beacon All-Pro Auto Parts. We can go back to green flag racing. Off of turn 4. Still your leader, Kurt Habadale, on the restart, moves into second. Oberzinski in the 61 third. Jimmy Plants in the 44th. Bernie Vitanovic in the 37, and Dale Charlier in the 11, battling for 5th. To go this time by Jim Petrell trying to hold off Kurt Habadale. Down the front straightaway they roll. Habadale goes to the outside into turn 1. Petrell working a lower line in the 84. Jimmy Plant still third in car 40. 61 Mark Oberzinski runs 4th. Charlier in the 11 5th. Then Vitanovic in the 37 6th. Smith in the 77 7th. Then Don Plants in the 02. Paul Bush in the 42. Mark Boats in the 71. And Dave Sheriff in the 88 spinning between 3 and 4 for the third time in this race. And the yellow is out. And that will be it for Dave Sheriff in car 88. You bring out the caution. Three laps to go. Petrell brings them up off of 4. He goes high. Habadale to the inside, and he'll take the lead. Oh, hard into the wall. Paul Bush in car 42 slams the wall going into turn 1. you can see, it'll be the push-me-pull-you method of towing back to the pits for 42, Paul Bush. Off of turn 4, Jim Petrell trying to hold off Kurt Havedel this time, and he does, going into 1. Petrell in the 84 trying to hold off Kurt Havedel. I wasn't going to give up the lead as easily this time, and he leads him down the back straightaway. Jimmy Plants in the 43rd. Off of turn 4. 2 laps to go, 2 to go. Into turn 1. Now Havedel works to the inside of Petrell in turn 2. Petrell drifting high. Havedel comes underneath. Off of 2 down the back straightaway. Wheel to wheel for the lead. Into 3. Mark Oberzinski into 61 trying to make it a 3-car battle. Off of turn 4. It's still on the outside. Jim Petrell, your leader. Kurt Havedel second. 1 to go. Into turn 1. Havedel goes in on the bottom. Petrell will go to the top. Down the back straightaway. Jim Petrell in car 84, Kurt Havedel in the 75. Wheel to wheel, coming for the checkered flag. Final race of the night off of turn 4. Career win number 1 for Jim Petrell. Havedel will edge Oberzinski for second. Jim Petrell in car 84 doing a great Kurt Havedel in car 75 will be the Monarch Oil Hard Charger. Kurt Havedel in car 75. Phil Lucon Rep Fab. Number 84, Weirton, West Virginia's Jim Petrell, the driver. Career first feature win. He worked hard for it, did a great job. Racing with one of the best in the division, Kurt Havedel in the 75. After losing the lead on a restart, a wreck puts him back in front, and this time he holds off Kurt for the win. Mark Oberzinski 61 third, Jimmy Plants in the 44th, Dale Charlier in the 11th, completing your top 5. Those of you who are leaving, don't forget we'll be back here Wednesday night, regular racing, some more Red Hot racing action on Dirt's Monster Half Mile. Here he is, happy man, put your hands together. First ever feature win for Jim Petrell. Don, that's a perfect way to end what has been a great night of racing.
Well, yeah, that's right, Dal. We talked before. I'm going to ask Jim. I promised him he'd be out of here by 11 o'clock, and even with victory lane and photographs, he's still got 8 minutes to go. He was not to be denied. It looked for a while there that perhaps he got a little bit out of the groove, and he might have been in trouble, but put the hammer down, came right back.
He did a great job because Kurt Havedel was on him like a new suit those last couple of laps, inside, outside, trying him all directions. What I like about this division now, Don, is you can see the Jim Petrells, the Jimmy Plantses, the Bernie Tanwicks, those guys really starting to improve. And Kurt Havedel in the 75 and the 11 of Dale Charlier, which have been so dominant, I don't think you're going to have as easy a time from now on.
No cakewalk, Dal. They're going to have to earn everything that comes down.
Champion Spark Plugs, Beacon All Pro Auto Parts night. 75, Kurt Havedel was the Monarch Oil Hard Charger. There's a full moon, and after 10 o'clock.
You can bet there'll be many prints of this finish purchased by the crew of number 84. Very happy crew, first time in victory lane. Jim, come on down here. Okay, he's going to trade his trophy for a beer. Come on over here, Jim.
See, Don, now comes the hard part. The driver in the race car was easy. Now comes the hard part.
I laughed, Jim. When the race was over, it was like you weren't sure what to do. You pulled into victory, or you pulled into the pits and then say, hey, I got to go over here and talk.
I'm used to Phil saying, well, what'd you do wrong now? So everything worked good tonight. I really like to thank Phil, Lucon, John, Freddie, especially my boy Cole. He helped me out a lot. Now I got to go work midnight.
Well, but yeah, we talked about it earlier. You said, Dawn, I got to go to work at midnight. What time are we going to be out of here? I said, how about 11 o'clock? It'll be 11 o'clock before we're done here. Let's talk about the race. You know, you got out in the lead. You had a good run. Looked like it was going to be an easy race, but then the field tightened up, a couple of cautions. All of a sudden, you got the big guns here. Kurt got past you, but you were not to be denied. What were you thinking when he passed you?
No, I really didn't know. I just knew he was there and just keep up the momentum and keep a good head on my shoulders and drive a good race.
Well, you did. It was a heads-up race. Dow was talking about how nice this division is, how it's evening out, and how we're getting some new stars. Kurt's an experienced driver, does exceptionally well. Same with Dale, but some of the other guys are coming up to meet the challenge, and you're one of them. First victory?
Yes, first one. Yeah.
How's it feel?
It was great.
You're going to remember this for a long time. We hope you have many more. Congratulations on a nice job.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Now go to work.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Dow, back up to you.
Thank you, Don. Congratulations to